Hello and welcome to part 4. This is the part where we're going to look at the layout. So, as usual, go to the bottom of the screen, go to the far right, click on the layout. Now, what we can see is we've got a header bar with daily. If we click on the arrow for daily, you've got daily, weekly, monthly, yearly, and total. If we click on daily again, this will give us what we've actually done today. And what we can do is we can zoom in and you can see every single module has a different value. The reason it has a different value is two things. One, because of module mismatch. Every module you have has a difference of plus or minus 3%. And secondly, because not every module will be getting the same amount of irradiation as what the next one does. It could be because they're slightly at a different angle. It could be that they are maybe a little bit soiled, and soiling could be anything, bird mess, it could be debris from trees, leaves, it could be just living in a city, it could just be dirt and grime from being in the city. What you've also got to remember is the word shading. Shading is used for people to say that there's an obstacle, physical obstacle in a way, going to cause some problems on your array. But remember, shading is actually soiling, is actually snow, is actually birds sitting on your modules, it's bird mess, everything like that is called shading. So when someone says to you, I don't need SolarEdge because I don't have any shading, think about what shading really is. Okay. If we look on here, you can see that one of my modules is doing quite well on the north side. So these are on the north. So 263, 255, 258, they're on the north side of my roof. And the other ones are on the south side. So you can see the south is doing a little bit better, which it should do. So the highest producing module on my south at the moment is 367, I think 367.25. And my highest producing module on my north is 263. Also bear in mind that this is all on one string, and if it wasn't a traditional inverter, it would be running at the lowest common denominator, which at the moment is 232. So you can see the difference that we would have here. Even if we had them on two strings, I've got 367 there being the highest, and I've got 349, I think. Yeah, 349 is the lowest. So there's even a difference in optimizers and modules facing a same direction. So if you didn't have the optimizer on the back, you can imagine what that would be. It would be quite low. So what we can do is we can click on total, and shouldn't take too long, and we can see the overall production from the beginning of time, and this is when you had it first installed. It's a 25-year monitoring, remember, so you don't lose this knowledge or information. If you go back in 24 years and 364 days, you'll be able to see exactly when you installed it and what it looked like. So this is total. So on the front, I've got 1 megawatt. I've just got over 1 megawatt, pretty much all of them apart from one. And on the back, I've got 821 kilowatts is the highest and 677 is the lowest. And that's because my chimney's there. But remember this, if I didn't have my module there, 677.25, because of my chimney there, that's 677 kilowatts I've lost out on. So please remember that just by having a module there, even though it's not going to perform as great as the megawatt, I've still got 677 kilowatts from it. If we go on to the other side, we've got logical layout, and this basically shows us in a string. And if I line this up here, you can see that we've got the string here. Okay, so it's all on one string. Let's go back to the physical layout. What I can do is I can click on a module, and you'll see that that yellow box appears, and I can see the details. I can see exactly what's going on with it. I can see what type of module it is. I can see the optimizer voltage, the power, the wattage, and the current. So all that information is there. I've got the angle of 20 degrees, and it's facing south, just to prove a point. These ones here, 20 degrees, and they're facing north, okay, nearly due north. And the optimizer is doing 20 and the power is 65 and voltage is 35. So the optimizer here is bucking. The more optimizers you have in a string, the better it is. So that pretty much is it. You can zoom in and zoom out. You can zoom in if you want and see them, or you can zoom out to where you are and include the inverter. So that is the layout. Thank you very much. Speak to you soon.